maybe in the meantime, we can actually view some of the videos that's been shared to us. Okay, so let's watch this together. Okay, thank you for the submission. Yeah, I would like to go through this sort of like videos, and then I will share my feedback or my comment for the videos. Again, I would like to also point out that the comment that I will be making is basically based on my personal preference only. It doesn't mean it's right. It doesn't mean that you have to follow. So yeah, within the video, I think it's nicely done, especially now that we understand that the context is about a day in the life. And I also like the way he subtly put the importance of a book. Because I remember when you were introducing during the icebreaker challenge, right? Icebreaker activity, not challenge. You were saying something about the importance of the book to you or something, the self-improvement. So having shown these tidbits of like subtly showing the importance of the book to you is quite nice, a nice touch. And I also see the implementation of like the shot that we were talking prior to the actual shoot. You were doing this pan out thing, which is quite nice. For everyone, this sort of like panning up in and out is a nice way to convey a message of like you bring more sort of like details into the video so that the audience would be like processing the information as you watch it. So yeah, it's quite interesting. The only thing that I would change is a bit of like the framing. I like how this is showing remember we were talking about the vanishing point thing, but if you could do it in a way where like, you can see, right, this headspace is so much going on. I would, if for me, right, I would do it differently of like showing the even space of like this one and the lower part, because if you leave too much room like this, right, there's a potential where you could put some interactive stuff. Let's say, for example, some text that would be like the introduction of the video. That would work too. Because I feel like this shot has the potential of like showing the start in a way, because it's like, it's very nice that someone walked past the frame to show some sort of like activity going on. And also if you put it right here, then you introduce to this, then it will go as if basically, think of it like you're entering a house. You're not just going into someone's bedroom immediately, right? You have to go through the fence and then the front door and then to the bedroom. So think of it this way. You have an introduction of where you are going to be, right? Something like that. So that's how I will do it. But otherwise, music-wise, it's all good. The pacing, everything, you feel at ease. The audience feel at ease. I find it enjoyable. The only another comment would be this one. I'm not sure where it belongs, if I'm being honest, because we were seeing like all this interesting, like within the building, urban sort of like vibes. But it turns out this one is a bit like tropical, a bit out of nowhere. If we could get a little more context of what this means, that would be nicer. And also, I feel like the music is trying to fade out quite early. Like, you can hear, right? The music fade out already, but the visual is still there. So it's sort of like give a conflicting sort of idea of like, the audience expect, okay, this video should be done, but it's not done yet. So this kind of stuff. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, thank you. Okay, second one is Teriak. Okay, let's play this. Testing. Thank you. Very uplifting. I watched this, so I think, remember when we talk about the point of like storytelling technique about make me care, intellectually, emotionally, aesthetically, right? I think you touched base on like emotionally, where I feel very pumped to see what's happening next. Quite exciting, especially the music choice. It's very upbeat, right? You sort of feel like you can't be sad listening to this sort of music. So, but the only another comment that I would suggest is like there's two conflicting message. I'm not sure you want to highlight about the usage of like airport, or you're trying to highlight Braintree as a space, right? I'm not sure the like which part is trying to get at the moment. So yeah, yeah. Of course. Yeah, but otherwise I think it's all good. Yeah, I think generally it's all good. I wouldn't do anything differently. Yeah. Also, I would like to point out too, this is my first impression of the video, so I'm only giving comment as I go along. So I'm just seeing it the first time as you do. So yeah. So overall, I think it's pretty good. Okay, so I think comment-wise, not much other than I can see a lot of footage that's not been taken here. You sort of like cheat a little, I guess. Regarding storytelling technique, right? I noticed instead of like doing the voiceover or like having some sort of voice, you make use of text. It's very visual. I think this is a nice sort of like alternative option if you want to tell something without having to do a lot of like voice or like or somehow you sort of like hate the robotic voice that's been offered. So nice touch too. Yeah, also overall I feel like in a way it's almost like an ad already, so it's quite nice, a lifestyle ad. So yeah, but I'm not sure about this part where it's just a funny touch, right? Okay, so fair point. Yeah, thank you. Okay, let's go to the fourth submission. Wow, super impressive. Super impressive. Yeah, I think you make the best use of like what we've taught, especially like the movement, the revealing, all these kind of stuff. Especially nice choice on the music too. It does help deliver the message. I'm not sure I have comment because you sort of raised the bar already, but the one comment I would give is, remember when I talked about the exposure, where like the higher the exposure, it means like happy, sort of like, but if you sort of like dial down the brightness a little, just a little, yeah. I like the pacing and all the music and all the cut and stuff like that. Lovely, thank you. Fifth one, let's watch together. I think similar thing happening here. I think you forgot to cut the music to the end of the timeline, right? Which is okay, I guess. Yeah, so I think common generally, I think the exposure is on point. very like refreshing to watch, especially color-wise, because you were shooting in, I think, mostly natural light. Color reproduction is pretty good. And also, I think this, right? I feel like if you could do this and maybe put different product, it's already like a product showcase already. So it's quite nice if you want to do it for marketing purpose or whatever. So yeah, so it's quite good. Other than that, I don't have any other comment, but I like this nice touch of like the stop motion. I think it'd be nice if you have a few more frames, because it's sort of like end too abruptly, but it's very out of the box, showcasing the koala experience. So yeah, thank you. Okay, we go to number 8. Let's watch the video together. Wow, beautiful. I think this video is in a way, it's a collection of aesthetically pleasing shots. I like the cutaway from the small leaf to like the big one, and the interaction between like the interaction between like of stuff going on, but also in the foreground you see tree, the background is also see tree, which are quite a nice touch. Especially it's very powerful for the second shot of like the actual video. So yeah, I think overall it's pretty good. I like this framing of like you anticipate for like the people too. That gives some sort of like interesting hook for the audience to trying to make out of like what will happen next. So yeah, nice touch when she actually look your way, right? Quite good. But I'm not sure about this shot, but I think it serves a purpose. It's just that it's yeah, it's I just feel it's a bit off. I mean, for me personally, but yeah. Other than that, it's all good. Yeah. Okay. We are at 8, so let's go to 9. Let's watch together. Okay, cool. I think it's very interesting. It's you sort of like have flow of like you're essentially showing a subject, and it looks like within the frame it's only one person. So essentially you are conveying a message of being alone and stuff like that, solitude. But the general comment I would give is to be consistent of like orientation wise in terms of like shooting framing, especially when it comes to this, right? Beautiful shot, beautiful angle, interesting like angle choice, but it's just the jump from the vertical orientation to like the horizontal that sort of like pulled me off a bit. So yeah, but yeah, I think the effort is quite good, especially like it's a new perspective. It's make the audience find it very interesting. So yeah, generally it's pretty good. Music choice is good too. So thank you. Okay, let's watch this then.
What is the definition of friends? A friend doesn't have to be humans. Friends doesn't have to be pets or animals. It can simply be an object that can brighten up your days and always there when you need it. And here is my best friend, Kalimba. Remember that you don't have to be with anyone to make you happy. And just be with yourself and what makes you happy.
Wow, interesting. I think I think the storytelling and pacing and everything is already there. Again, the participant today like raised the bar very high. I don't have much to comment, but I would suggest if any of you happen to do like voiceover, especially let's say for the example. So think of voiceover as a complementary like sort of like option for you to help give more information to the visual, right? In this case, when she mentioned that a friend might not be human, but the actual footage is human, I'm not sure what the implication is, right? So this can lead to a sort of like big trouble. So if you listen to this again, right? And then what are these two guys? So yeah, so something like that, you have to be mindful about the pacing and where it's going to be. But this part where she showing a footage of a dog, but
To be pets or animals.
that worked perfectly, right? Perfectly fine. So yeah, yeah, I think generally it's good. So thank you. Do we have? Oh, I think we have number 6 here. Wow, fantastic job. Oh my God, this is really impressive, honestly. I like this nice touch of like, I'm not sure if it's your intention or not, but this a very good way of signifying the perspective from like the bananas. It's really good. It's very intentional. It's because you're essentially like going to like the perspective of like the banana being picked, and also when you actually picked it and go ahead and walk, it shows like how the banana is being held. So it's quite nice. Generally, I like it, all of it, the pacing, the music. Also, I noticed that you change music a lot, which helps serve the purpose. I'm getting goosebumps already, like talking about this. It's quite nice, so very impressive. I don't think I would change much. There's nothing I would change, so yeah, perfect, thank you.
The acting skill.
Oh, the acting skill. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, beautiful. Very nice. It put me at ease watching this, right? Quite therapeutic, so well done. I think the only thing I would give feedback is the composition framing a little. I sort of like have this OCD thing with the composition. Let's say this line is not really like straight. So just very little thing that I'm usually mindful of. This one too, I guess. Like the line here is a bit like crooked. So yeah, just be a little mindful when you put on a tripod or ask a friend, let them know that the line should be straight and stuff like that, not trying to move things around. But other than that, the story is quite personal to you, so I think it's very good. And also I like the process of like drawing and stuff like that, and change from one frame to the other, so like showing the finishing product, so finishing outcome, so it's quite nice. Yeah, good point. I think what Rai is essentially saying is like, so all these app, right, they would have the UIs of like text where they would display here, and this corner you would have the heart button or save or share, right? So if you were to place text right here, then it will be blocked by the actual UIs of the app already, so just be mindful of that. So yeah, good. Otherwise, all good. Thank you. Yeah. I think we reached the end of the workshop, or like the feedback session.